What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to crystal PvP. That's right, I'm going to be teaching you guys because I'm a god at crystal. Okay, guys, so when you want to start off crystal PvP, what you want to do first is you want to master your obsidian and your end crystals, because this is the most essential part to see PvP. Now you're also going to want a decent sword, preferably with knockback, but if you don't have knockback, that's alright. Okay, so for me, usually I have my obsidian in my second slot, my end crystal in my third slot, and my sword in my first slot. Now, the best thing you want to do is you want to just place down your obsidian. First, you hit your opponent, then you quickly go back to your third slot and place it down. So if you do it correctly, it goes 1, 2, 3. Boom. Okay, next up what I want to teach you guys is how to use a respawn anchor and glowstone. Now, there's a common misconception that when you put a respawn anchor down, you use all 4. No, this is one of the worst things you can do in Crystal, because it uses 4 glowstone and it just wastes your glowstone. You don't want to do that because you only have a limited amount. So what you want to do is, I learned this from a friend of mine, you're going to put 2 down. 2 down, you take your glowstone and you light that one up. After that, you switch to your first slot, which is your sword, and you blow it up. If you do it fast enough, and if you get a lot of practice, then you go 1, 2, 3. Boom. It just takes a lot of practice, that's all. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now that we've covered our obsidian, our end crystals, respawn anchors, and glowstone, and our sword, now I want to tell you guys about the shield. Let's say you're in a scenario where you're up here, right? And your opponent is right here and has an end crystal. If you quickly pull out your shield, you're not going to take damage. So if you're up here, and your opponent is doing that, just hold your shield and get your pearls and pearl out of that situation. It's really effective and really useful if you want to get good at PvP. Alright, next up, we have the Totem of Undying. Now, this is probably one of the most important things you're going to have in Crystal. These are going to go by so fast, and you're going to want to have a full inventory of them. Now, the point of a Totem of Undying is that if you do end up dying, your Totem of Undying will disappear, but you will still be alive. Now, a very useful mechanic that you definitely need to learn is that when you do end up popping a totem, you need to know how to put your totem back into your offhand. Now, most starting players will put their totem like that, dragging it and clicking it. That's wrong. That's a very common mistake that you should not do. What you're gonna do instead is you're gonna go onto your totem, you're gonna press F. And when you do press F, it'll automatically go into your offhand without you even thinking or clicking anywhere else that you don't need to. What I want to talk to you guys about is your ender pearls.
What's this junk?
That is an ender pearl.
I keep my ender pearls on my 9th slot because it's an easy way to escape if you're about to lose or you need to get down lower. Like, let's say that my opponent is down, let's say they're down here and I'm up here. Now, I'll use my shield to block their end crystal, but then you're going to have to use your pearls to pearl away and block up. Now, when you realize how good and effective all these methods can be, it's great that you know how to practice them. But before you practice any of them, you need to get used to your hotkeys. Now, the average Minecraft player has 1 through 9 as their hotkeys, but if you want to get good at PvP, you're going to have to change up things a little bit. So I recommend that you have a mouse with 2 buttons on the side. I'll put a picture right here. You can get them on Amazon for around $20 to $30. They help a million. So my hotkeys are, I'll show you guys right here. Alright, so if you take a look here, my hotkey 1 is 1, obviously, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 4 is 4. Now, when you get up to the more farther numbers from WASD, it gets a little more confusing. So my button 4 is my down mouse or down button on my left side of the mouse. That's kind of hard to explain. I'll put a picture right here. Here's the arrow. That's the bottom 4 button. Now, my 6th slot is my caps. That's the key to switch to my totem. If I popped my offhand totem and I need a totem quick, I press my caps lock, boom. Now, I also use tab for my shield because it just comes in really handy. I know it'll get in the way of your list of players, but just ignore that. That's what I do at least. And my 8th slot, I don't use too much because it's my gapples, and I don't really use gapples when I'm fighting, but it's still good. Now, my 9th slot is my pearls. I use my up button on the left side, so there's an arrow right here. That's what I use for my pearls. So if you correctly use your keys right, you can figure out how to be the best version of you can be. And you know what? I get it. If you don't automatically believe me on these strategies, that's alright. But I want to show you I'm not just a noob. I'm actually pretty good at Crystal, so I'll show you guys a montage right here. But if you guys want to actually see a quick montage, you can go down to my channel in the shorts. I have a little montage right there, but this is going to be like 1 minute montage. I'll show you guys what I'm capable of. Boom! So there you guys have it, a whole video on how to get better at Crystal PvP. If I missed anything or if you guys learned anything, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what I did wrong or if I did good. Just let me know for any future videos. Hey guys, thank you for watching to the end of the video. If you like this video, please leave a like or subscribe. It means the absolute world to me. And if you're curious for any other socials, look down in the description. And you have yourself an awesome day.